UK show turned US dance phenomenon. Hosted by Jenna Dewan, it's Flirty Dancing, where two singles find love in the arms of a stranger. Stay tuned as we break down Season 1, Episode 1.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey you guys, welcome to the Flirty Dancing After Show.
That's right.
I'm your host, Adiamond, and I am joined by Alfie, who has been part of a few Step Up series movies. I'm amazed. So he's a dancer, an actor. Welcome him to the show, everyone. Yay!
We are family. We are AfterBuzz.
Okay, so as you guys know, this is episode 1 of season 1, and it's Octavius and Erin's chance at finding love.
Yes.
So let's start with our overall thoughts of the show. It's the very first episode of a brand new show. What do you think?
I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was an amazing show where, you know, I've had a couple of times in my life where I've met someone on a dance floor and I've had that kind of chemistry and I've had that kind of, wow, I really like that euphoria of something new, and to bottle that up and give that as an option to people to experience and be like the first step to hopefully wonderful love or wonderful good times. But yeah, I thought amazing show. Cute.
Very cute. Yeah, I felt the same way. I think that I was watching the show as I was driving here, and I was screaming and laughing. I even found myself, I was drooling because I was like, oh my God. Like, I literally drooled, and I was like, oh my God, calm down. But it is so adorable, and I loved every minute of it, and everybody's so raw.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, when anybody's learning something new, like these people were learning dance moves, they're not dancers, they're normal people just trying to find love. So when you put them in a situation where they have to learn something brand new and then do it with the person they didn't learn it with, and then hopefully find a connection, I think it's such a great dynamic, and I'm so happy to be talking about the show. So, you know, I really want to talk about, like, our thoughts on Octavius.
Yeah. Okay, so Octavius, our music and theater teacher, 28, Mr. O. I thought he was a great first single to have on the show. He kind of embodied what I felt like was the aim for this type of show, where it's just like that guy that has the great personality, great with kids. He's the good person in the community. You know, he deserves love. He deserves this opportunity like that, a moment like that. And, you know, just to see him interacting with his kids, how the kids respect him, how the kids loved him. You know, his mom passed away 5 years prior. So it's one of those situations where, you know, you could tell he had a great relationship with his mom, how she gave him advice when it comes to dating. And just to have that as the first, you know, I don't know if you would call it contestant.
I think you do. I think they want him, it's like a contestant show.
Yeah, well, you know, contestant on Finding Love. So him being in that first step forward, I think was a great example of what, you know, everybody wants and the kind of people that deserve that opportunity to get it. It
really drew us in. And a great choice by the producers or whomever had him come, because he's such great energy, you know, and I love that, just lighthearted, fun, but also very dedicated to his job. Like he said, he works from like 8 to 9, which is crazy. And
overtime.
Exactly, yes, overtime. Do teachers get overtime? I don't know. But you know, when he said that, he's like, it's kind of hard to find love because I do work these long hours. That scared me a little bit for, you know, whomever would, you know, be dating him, you know, from the show, or if it turned into love, whatever. So that initially scared me, because how do you find time for a relationship when your hours are like that? I mean, I do know, like, as in a personal experience, when I'm single, I work like crazy. You know, I go out like crazy. But then when I'm in a relationship, I kind of like don't spend so much time at work, and you know, like, so my life changed a little bit. So, but
well, I mean, I think that is what makes this show kind of refreshing. It doesn't get into the gist of real nitty-gritty relationship bonding.
Right.
It allows us to see
the chemistry.
The reason why you take the risk, which is for that initial, I saw this person, we moved together. It was something about that moment type thing.
Yeah.
And being that he works so much, he doesn't have the opportunity. So hopefully, after that, he can, handle the thick stuff. But for the lighthearted, kiddie pool area, this is an amazing show.
It is. And so he gets first paired up with Megan, who is a barber.
Yeah.
And she seems sweet and like she really, she's very much open to love and bubbly, but also I felt she kind of was just a little nervous, which maybe came off as like hesitant, but like I could see in her that pull to like want to give this a chance. What did you think?
I felt like it's interesting because when you see that she's a barber in training, going to school, that she has goals. She may not be where she wants to be at in life yet, but you could tell she's just taking it in with a huge loving heart from what it seems like. So I thought originally I was like, oh, they have a kind of aura thing that I could compare with each other. So I wasn't surprised that the way things developed.
Yeah. And when I first, I don't know what it was. I didn't even see the second girl, I don't think. Like I was just like, I had a good feeling about her when it came to her and Octavius. And yeah, they definitely described her as being like a strong person, like a strong personality, up front. And I thought it was going to be good for him to have someone in his life like that, just simply because, he's a busy guy, but he's also an open book. So he needs also someone who's going to be an open book and someone who's strong and, can share their opinions. And so I felt like she was a really good match. But so now let's start with them. And they go into rehearsal, and we're joined with the choreographer Tice Diorio.
Yeah.
Diorio. And he had his like assistant there, and they showed the first song of Ain't No Mountain High Enough, and he was very excited about that song, and I thought it was so perfect for his energy.
Yeah, that was
upbeat.
An amazing choice. I thought in the rehearsals, you can see that it was a great pick for him because of his energy towards it. I felt like the choreographer did a great job of putting them in a position to, do excellent in that.
And he was a
dancing.
fast learner.
Yeah.
And plus you saw in his in the videos with the kids, he was like dancing with them and does number, he was. Well, he also said he's like, I asked my kids to let down their walls and really get into it, and now I'm experiencing the fear of letting down my walls and getting into it. And he's like, it was definitely like a great learning experience for him to like put himself in their shoes. So for that benefit alone, I think that is something he could take with him forever, and just kind of, I'm sure he's a very sympathetic guy, but yeah. So let's talk about the dance.
The dance. For Ain't No Mountain High Enough, it was a great setting as far as being downtown LA, right by the fountain. I thought that was such a beautiful platform to just the choreography and how it moved around and it went into the fountain.
The camera work
the camera work. I thought it was like such a well done moment. I was excited. I was excited to see them and how they related to each other. You could really see excitement in each other's eyes.
Yeah,
it was
they had a lot of fun.
The upbeat feeling of the music, and I was very impressed with both of them. Like all the choreography and all the dancing is exceptionally well. That's why you could tell the effort and the care of both Octavius and Megan to be in that situation. You could tell that they really put their best foot forward in rehearsals and best foot forward in that moment. Yeah. And that's why, I felt like they were so tired, but also in awe. It's such a great.
Oh my gosh, they both ended the I almost said workout. They both ended the dance like they did a workout. Like they were like endorphins are running. They're so Twitter pated, excited, and yes, again, like the camera work is so cinematic and so music video, and like the way they followed around them, the dance moves, and
her beautiful green dress,
her dress,
his outfit. Like they really looked well prepared for that whole experience. The fountain was probably the key moment, dancing in the water.
Yeah, but when they hit the stair, like when they went to go down the stairs,
was cute.
It was very cute. I was like, oh my God, they're gonna like fucking fall. I don't know. I was like worried, but they did it seamlessly, and I was really impressed. I mean, I wonder if they like before the couples meet, they take like say Octavius to the location because like they didn't practice with stairs.
Oh, you definitely have to do staging.
You know, like I wonder if they had to.
The element of truth to choreography and being a choreographer on a show like this, I'm pretty sure within the last minute dress rehearsal, there was a bunch of this is where you're going to be, this is hopefully where she'll be, and it's because you want to make it organic. I'm sure there's some element of I don't know what's going to happen, but as far as the way they moved around
there's a lot
the
of
area, it has to be in order for it to look that good and be able to hit it that way. And they did a great job, guys. Great job.
Beautiful job. Okay, so they have their dance, and now after the dance, who did you think you had the most chemistry with?
Well, we should get into Mary Marie. The nighttime ain't no mind how to compare.
Oh, I know, but do you want to talk about how, like, yes. We'll continue on.
Yeah, we love the show, so we was all into it. Trust me.
Okay, yeah, so his second partner, Octavius' second partner is Mary Marie, and she's a fashion stylist. What were your initial thoughts on her?
I thought it's interesting. Because I saw a lot of interesting character parts to her. I thought she was interestingly nervous. In the rehearsal, she kind of came off like a off type energy. I don't know if anybody else saw it, but it was also even before the dance. I just had to put that out there. She was a weirdness going on.
Yes.
But she was, she was really caring. She was really passionate. I thought, as far as her job and occupation, it allows for a lot of time for both of them to get to know each other. So that was something I thought would be a good pick as far as Jenna's options for Octavius. She was nice. I thought it was a really beautiful girl, woman, and one of them situations where he really had a tough decision to make to me.
I thought it was, exactly right. I thought, Mary Marie was... she was a little, I think, just shy. I don't know about shy, but she had said something like, I'm not the type of person who, you can just touch me on the first date, so that uncomfortability of who she is and like how she is wanted to be seen and how she presents herself, it was conflicting with this slow dance, hold close song choice and dance choice. And so she was a little nervous and not comfortable with it. And I thought, girl, you better give it all you got. Like, just let those walls down. And she did. And,
And I thought that's kudos to the choreographer, Tice.
Yeah.
I felt like within their performance, I thought dance-wise, if we were going to compare, they had most chemistry dancing. Or maybe I just really like the dance and the lifts because that really caught me as far as that nighttime.
Well, that's the thing. It's like with the change up of the vibe and the change up of the song, it's like, well, of course it's more intimate because it's a slow song. Yeah. So I'm almost wondering, like, if you're doing a true experiment, wouldn't you want to have the same environment and same dance and then you try it on the two separate people?
Yeah, because then
it's like alters, but...
Yeah, and I was thinking that with you too because it was like when we get into the early one when I felt that even more stuck out. But for this particular, it was even because I thought it was very cute and fun. That was the perfect date as far as Megan and Octavius, and the nighttime was just the perfect nighttime. So I mean, unless they were gonna wait a whole nother day and do it like that, for shooting purposes,
right? Production-wise,
it made sense.
Yeah,
and they did for that round. It was a great both pick.
It was beautiful. Yeah. And okay, so Yeah, so their song, they did their rehearsals, and their song, what was their song?
I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Oh yeah, I want to dance with somebody.
But it was like a slow rendition of it. It was cute, man. It was really cute.
It was beautiful. I loved it.
But speaking about what I love, I love for you guys and this AfterBuzz family. We thank you for participating with us and coming and watching us, and this is the reason why we are the ESPN of Talk TV. We want you to continue to subscribe, get those likes up, and please give us those 5-star ratings, because without this opportunity, being able to come with top-notch journalism, be able to relate to our shows that we love, and learn in this industry, we wouldn't have AfterBuzz, we wouldn't have you. So thank you, we love you. Thank you for loving us.
Yes, thank you guys so much. All right, now let's jump into the second half of the show, which is completely 3 new singles. The main single being Erin, who is a hairstylist, who is put on a date with 2 lovely gentlemen, Brendan and Alec. So give me your overall thoughts of Erin.
Erin was adorable. I thought Erin was another great pick. The voice, I felt her voice was not annoying.
Aww.
I thought it was cute. It was adorable. I get where she's coming from, though. I must have been hard in her adolescence and going to being a woman and the voice not changing. But she seemed like another perfect type of the friend that you wish would have that great opportunity or would come home, talk to you after a great night of, I met this guy and had a great experience and it was so amazing. So I was all for it.
Yeah, and I definitely think that, she knows who she is, and she said it. She's like, this is me, this is my voice, and stuff like that. Those quirky things about people, they build character, and you could see that in her. She was having fun with the blow dryer and like just being super cute. I mean, she was super adorable, and I agree. Another great choice. I agree with you. Another great choice to have her on the show. Not intimidating, just someone really warm and welcoming. Really, 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 really beautiful. So we go into rehearsals. And she is paired with Mr. Walls, who was also on Dancing with the Stars. What's his first name again? Travis Wall.
Yeah.
He was also so caring, and they were, she did have a moment where they were doing the trust falls, where she was kind of struggling with that a little bit, and of course Jenna jumped in and she's like, just relax, like let this be a calm moment, and he calmed her down, and I think that was really good for her to be like, to just like release the nervousness and the fear of whatever in the past, because she even brought it up. She was like, I've had experiences where I dated probably guys that weren't the best, and I can see that, and I could see and so I just loved that moment in rehearsal when they were talking her out of talking her into putting her walls down and just allowing her to like fall back in love, But I couldn't imagine that. I mean, I couldn't imagine, like, rehearsing is one thing, but then having to do it with a complete stranger that you don't even know. You don't have a relationship. It's not your best friend you're doing trust falls with. It's a complete stranger. Nonetheless, a guy, And so you're like, it would be so hard for me to do that fall in the actual dance when it comes to, like, seeing.
Yeah, but she really, what I thought was another part that made a great element to it, the fact that they overcame those struggles with the dance. And I mean, it was seamless when she did it, as far as, they were more into each other than the dance, but you could tell the dance was very well rehearsed because it didn't seem to be a hindrance at any point. It was more just a means to a process within it.
Yeah. How did you think the chemistry was between her first person was Brandon, tall, good-looking guy?
I liked it. I was pleasantly surprised, especially with being in the audience area and the stadium seats and just moving around the stairs again. I feel like those are areas that are hard to sit in, let alone dance around, and they made it look so adorable, so Grease Lightning-ish feeling. And I was shocked that they did it so well.
Me too.
Like,
and especially because in rehearsals when Brandon was trying to do that like roll thing, and
he seemed like he couldn't dance at all.
Yeah, like
I think that was the biggest shock of the whole thing, that he got through the dance, because I was like, he don't got no rhythm.
Yeah, can't flow his body at all. Yeah, I was a little worried and very much surprised and like shocked about the stare. Like he like dragged her and that. Like I mean, it was freaking amazing. Beautiful. And you know, after they danced, she was so. I just love seeing their reactions right after they like. Stop the dance, they're looking in the eyes or whatever, and then they separate, and immediately we're getting their like testimonial or whatever, their like experience, and so they're out of breath. I
really thought they were almost going to kiss, like they said.
I know, I was like,
which I thought was for guys, you know, he really swagged that out with the perfect moment, you know what I'm saying? He let it marinate. It's all about marinate. You get that moment, but you can't just walk away, you just got to sit there.
Yeah.
And leave. He did that right. That was I've done that a couple times. I was expecting.
Yeah,
you know, it's practice. It takes practice. Do it.
Well, they had a very, very good chemistry. So then she has a second date, and this is with the composer, Alec.
Yeah. Which I like them both. Seeing how he came off the initial introduction, he seemed most like her. And then the fact that he had so much creative, dope stuff going on, I believe they cheated with his introduction with the whole orchestra thing. I feel like that was not fair. Yes, he was talented. She was only supposed to see the dance. That was like, look what I could do, and then we're gonna dance thing. I didn't like that because I was like, if I was, I would have felt like that was a cheat.
Well, here's the thing.
Tall, cute guy. Thank you.
Well, you could you could also say that the tall, cute guy was cheating because he's tall and cute.
No, that's
because
Jesus juice. Can't blame nobody but God.
I know. But you know, if we think about it, the other guy, you know, he seemed more like open and creative, and you know, I knew that they were gonna have more chemistry, you know, Alec and her. But you know, it's hard when it's always a scenario.
Well, see, I thought it was gonna be harder because I was like, oh, he's dope, he's a composer, he's creative, she's gonna really like that, but she's not gonna know that. And I was like, wait a minute, this orchestra? That's a telltale. So I thought he was actually going, well, other than seeing Brandon's non-rhythmic move thing, which he got past, I was like, oh, she's gonna like the taller guy or be able to dance better with him, because he seemed like he was too nervous. And it did seem like
Alec?
Alec. Alec did seem like dancing was his forte like that.
Yeah.
So I was shocked that once again Travis did a great job of creating choreography that fit the contestants'
dance level or ability.
You know, it wasn't so much of a dance level ability thing. It was just you knew how to work with this kind of guy's personality or what he's bringing to the table.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily a dance competition. It was more like a vibe and connection competition, and the choreography allowed for that platform to kind of go down.
Yeah, very much. Boom, beautifully said. Okay, so you know, Octavius and Erin had both their dates. Excuse me. So. Post dates for Octavius. Who did you think he was going to choose? Post dance.
I thought Octavius was going to choose Marie, but I was cool with Megan because I saw the vibe and connection. When it came to Alec and Erin, I thought that was perfect in the end. She made the right choice. It was the right vibe. So it was like I already said. I thought it was an amazing show. Amazing job, guys.
Yes, seriously. I had the same exact feeling. But I definitely thought he was going to choose Mary just because he was like, you can tell she's knows herself. You know, he was, and then he just was saying, the other girl has really pretty eyes. And, you know, and so I wasn't sure he really, and so I was very surprised when he chose Megan, but very happy. But okay, now wait. Let's quickly talk about the rejection scenes, or like the.
Okay.
They're sitting in.
Yeah, this is great. This is how we can end it. All right, the rejection stuff is harsh. It's cruel. it's dope, and it's great to see because it's one of those things where you could be like, I used to be in them shoes, or I know a friend like that.
Cringing.
But
I was cringing.
I felt so bad for. Marie, the way they did her was the worst. And I think they realized that because when it came to Brandon, they just had him do like a quick little insert like he on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And then had him walk away. Yeah. Yes, I 100% agree they did him dirty on those rejection moments.
But beautiful show.
Beautiful show.
Even with that, sometimes the pain makes it just so,
juicy.
A little sweet and sour.
Yes, exactly. All right, so now we can end it here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys, this was a beautiful show. We are running short on time. Thank you so much for watching.
Yes.
Stay tuned for next week's episode. It airs every Wednesday. We tape right after the show, so just tune in and love us, and we'll love you.
We love you back.
Thanks,
That's right.
guys.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.